A space fleet using which method? I definitely think you could make something along the lines of a space fleet. I mean, I've got like a miniature carrier. We didn't even really intend for it to start out as a carrier, but that definitely looks like a little carrier. And you could make a bigger carrier that carries a couple little ships like that if you wanted to make a military style fleet sort of deal. So what else didn't I activate? I didn't activate this. Automatic switching. Activate engine. Thrust limiter up. Air intakes open. Open intake. Open intake. There we go. Reaction wheels ready. Gear work. Lights off. Whatever. Burn in 46 seconds. Burn in 10 seconds. Close enough. Go for re-entry. There we go. And we'll put it back over to the direction we want to be going. Alright, speed it up. And there's our 70. I guess what I should do is I should really just make it so that the that's how you should do it. You just make it so the line comes down right at KSC, and you'll lose some of that, but then you fly the rest of the way to KSC. I definitely want to see if I can't get this orbital. See, that doesn't look like it's going to be enough run out to do the S-turn. We'll see. See how the guys do this time. Here we have our shock heating again. Come back into that atmosphere, burning off that velocity. We're coming in a lot lower than we did last time. We're coming in a heck of a lot lower. Yeah, look at this. We're already out of re-entry mode. We need to kick in the motors. We'll fly in this way. Alright. No orbital S-turn today. I actually do have a highlight video. What is this? Why is this rocket mode? Why do I not have air intake? Intake air. Why are you not switching automatically? Close cycle. There we go. Huh. Wonder what the deal with that was. Ham and eggs, it may have had something to do with the balance of your plane, the center of gravity versus the center of mass. Or sorry, the center of lift versus the center of mass. Or it may have lawn darted. So it very well might have... wow, look at that. Clouds. Huh. It very well may have just had so much drag-inducing parts on one end that it got itself flipped around with a lawn dart. A kind of lawn dart mechanism. Wow, the rapiers they seem totally inefficient. Is it just me? Or are rapiers insanely inefficient? Let's say the ISP is. There's our turn. Line up to 90. There we go. This plane doesn't feel like it has enough lift. It's constantly wanting to nose down. And whenever I try to point it in a direction, that's okay. Intakes should be open. Yeah, intakes are open. I don't know why it didn't kick over earlier than it did. We're not exactly lined up on that runway there. That looks good. I usually install beacons on either end of my runway so that I know which way is up and down and east and west, and it's really easy to line them up whenever you have the beacons. Jeez, come on now. We're 700 feet, closing in on the runway, heading just about directly east. We need to flare this speed off, not the speed, but let's see what we got. Yeah, I guess that's why the engines didn't kick in at first. Mugoije? However you pronounce that there. Because I didn't, come on, flare it off. Flare it off, girl. Because they weren't having enough intakes or whatever. That was a... Flare it. Flare it. Not the most lined up landing. Oh! Wow. So as it turns out, those things have hitboxes. I've driven over those things 100 times. I never knew that they had a hitbox. But apparently they have hitboxes. Alright. I feel like I need to land this for y'all. I am also very hungry and I would like to start streaming again later. Yeah, death by light fixtures. Did you see that? That was hardcore. All of a sudden it just, wow. Bad news. And then I was kind of hoping that maybe that part made it. I was kind of hoping that maybe the pods would withstand the impact or something, but it just didn't turn out that way. All right, I gotta land this thing, then I gotta go eat. I should have F5'd it before the landing there. Close that. We're not gonna do that. We're gonna go on back and save Bill and Jeb here. That was freaking nuts. Probably tomorrow afternoon. Let's see here. I will probably say that it'll be 20 to 18 hours from now. So call it like 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, USA. Alright, let's decouple this. Let's RCS, let's puff ourselves away. Come on. I think I'll actually post it up on the forums or something like that, but we're going to get this space plane on the ground first. I shouldn't have botched that landing, but whatever. I didn't think that box had a hitbox. I was going to fudge it a little bit. I think what I need to do is post a schedule of where I'm going to be. Oh, nice. Good job, Firehawk. You're a good deal. That's late. 2 p.m. What? Is it early right now? Is it late for you? Rocky Felly? I assume that's how we pronounce that. Alright, we'll do this again. We've done this before. 18 minutes. There's the moon module. Doing that really wacky orbit. Look at that. It's 2:23 a.m. or p.m. Well, that thing's flying all over the place. Look at that. 3, 2. Let me get this sucker on a deorbited trajectory here, and then I will check the chat again. 249. Wow, way too soon. Way too soon. All right. What is that? 2:40. It's AM. So it's morning over in Sweden and Denmark. 8:23. Yeah, that's what time it is. My time, Firehawk. 2:23. Oh, 2:23 a.m. for Sweden. Wow. That's cool. I guess Sweden is what? +6? Yeah, it's got to be +6 if it's 8. Right now, 8 p.m. my time, so I guess y'all are actually GMT or GMT +1 or -1 or something like that, whatever direction that is. 4, 5, 6. Actually, that's 8. So you're 8 away from me. I guess that makes sense because Sweden's over on the side of the Europes. Whatever that place is called over there with all the cheese. There you go. Oh yes, I'm supposed to be doing a burn. Oh yes, my engine's not even activated. So much chat reading. Activate engine. Thrust limiter up. There we go. And off. Let's just go ahead and switch this mode. Toggle mode. That's weird. Why did it have a thrust limiter on that? Manual switching, air breathing. Open intake. Open intake. Let's flip on around. Eek. Where am I controlling this from? There we go. Alright, then let's fast forward this again and see if I can get this down. Let's turn off SAS and just let it ride. And I think it will start to feather its flight once it starts to get some atmosphere. It'll go lawn dart on us and it'll straighten out, point straight prograde. Alright, this time, we totally got this landing this time. I'm not even playing around. This looks more realistic with the plane kinda... Wow, I feel like we're way short of the runway. Yeah, we got the fuel to make it over the mountains, though. We can fly if we need to. See, look at that. Intake air is already up to 0.44. Yeah, there we go. Now I have intake air. Whee! That was weird. We're going to have to fly over the mountains. I feel like I definitely need a lot more control authority. Toggle torque, operational. Operational, okay. That's good. Alright, there we go. Gosh, I need a joystick. And we'll fly over the mountains here, and it'll be cool. And of course, I can't see the... There it is. I guess it's that debris up there or whatever that is. This is not a well-designed space plane. I do not expect anyone to follow this design because it is very finicky. Look at it rock. Good for putting babies to sleep. Bad for controlling your re-entry into the atmosphere. I mean, okay, whatever. This is a scenic route. We'll fly over the mountains here. It's all good. Look at it just continually nosing down. And the pitch, it's using almost full upward pitch. It's just poor balance on this guy. But we do need to kill some altitude anyways. Hey, thanks. I appreciate the fact that you think it's good looking. Cool looking. It's just a simple little plane. I mean, we tossed it together in all of freaking 15 minutes at the beginning of the stream. But it needs to be better balanced. It needs... I bet your canards would fix it. Canards fix everything, mind you. But look how squirrely it is to try and get it going in the direction that I desire. Alright, we need to head over to the east. How are we on fuel? 132 on fuel? Yeah, we're good to go. Kerbal orbit would be the point in the sky where you are in an orbit and the piece of ground, the piece of Kerbal underneath you, is always the same piece. So if you were to put a satellite in Kerbal orbit over the KSP, as the satellite orbited around Kerbal, KSP would rotate on the surface of Kerbal at the same rate and they would stay basically right on top of each other, or KSP would stay underneath the satellite. This looks a little better here. We're coming in a little bit less of an angle. Kill off some of this altitude. It's just like no matter what, this plane is always wanting to point down. And that's a poorly designed space plane. The altitude. Oh. Duh. Sorry. Didn't mean to. The altitude of Kerbal synchronous orbit is around, let's see here, 2,868 million meters. I think the exact number is on the wiki somewhere. There's the runway. We're 14 kilometers from the runway. We're lined up well, it looks like. Altitude 700. We're gonna hit that same. Look at that. We're gonna hit that same, the same runway light. This is why I have my beacons, because when the beacons are straight, God, this thing is so freaking finicky. Do my gear work? That'd be hilarious if I crashed it into that right there. That same runway light is calling my name. Look at this. Same freaking runway light is calling my name. No, I'm gonna fly over you. What are you gonna do about that? X. Screet! Not the best landing ever, but anyone you can walk away from. Alright. There we go. So, that was quite an adventure. All the way to the moon and back. Landed. Got the little, a pack that includes some of my mods. Mugoiji totally probably killed the pronunciation of the name there. I've got links to the mods that I use down in the channel description. Yeah, I did land safe. It's a miracle. It's a miracle. Steeper landing when I fly. Yeah, like a slower, steeper landing, I was coming in hot. But we really didn't spend a lot of time tweaking this plane around. We really just tried to make it so that